Meanwhile, stakeholders are appealing to the government to strengthen their services provided to the survivors and victims of human trafficking to suit their needs. The Executive Director, Clean Foundation, disclosed this on Thursday in Abuja. Maliki Duro brings us to speed.
At the Gender Audit Report Validation Workshop on the Homes and Shelters and Protection of Services in the FCT for Victims of Human Trafficking, the Acting Executive Director, Clean Foundation, Ruth Olofin, acknowledging the efforts of the federal government through NAPTIP, noted that the government must sustain efforts in technical and economic areas as keys to absorbing victims of human trafficking back into the society.
Our findings reveal that quite a number of shelters have a deep understanding of gender-related issues. We also found that some shelters, the understanding is still limited. Our call will be to NAPTIP and to providers of such services that when we talk about services that are provided to survivors of human trafficking, it has to be responsive to the needs of those who come into their shelters. So the government, that is through NAPTIP, also has to make its own shelters to also be more responsive. They are doing quite a lot. Funds are limited, but we also hope that going forward, the findings that we have encountered on the field through the study conducted by Clean Foundation, that they are able to take them and try to see how they can improve upon their services.
Also speaking, Director Counseling and Rehabilitation at NAPTIP, Kehinde Komolafe, noted that the validation of the report will be mainstreamed into the operational activities of the agency.
TIP being a very relevant organization to the Trafficking in Persons Law 2015, we know that we have children, and then the fact that there are also people that may feel they have been marginalized, such as some sect, maybe the male genders. It is important that the agency comes into play to know that both male and female genders are actually important.
Lending her voice, Imoebong Sanusi noted that all hands must be on deck to fight against gender-based violence.
When victims have gone through all they go through, we are aware that victims go through exploitations, whether for labor, whether for sex, for organ harvest, ECT. We should know that when they go through this, there must be a safe space where they can go through the basic cycle of rehabilitation, which includes the crisis level, which includes the rehabilitation and sheltering for recovery.
Acting Director Clean Foundation therefore noted that all hands must be on deck in seeking to the prevention of human trafficking, child labor, and creating awareness in rural communities.